Okay, so this news just dropped, and I was like, I have to come on here and talk about it with y'all. The feds are trying to get Luigi out of here permanently, and we've been covering this case on this channel for so long, right? So while this news is like jarring, right, it is not, to me, it's not unexpected, right? They're trying to make an example out of him. Let's talk about it. Okay, we will jump right into it. You already know that the link for this article will, of course, be in my description. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi, oh, she's so weird. She's so weird. She said on Tuesday today that she has directed prosecutors to seek the death penalty against Luigi. And of course, this is following through on the president's campaign promise to vigorously pursue capital punishment. It is the first time the Justice Department has sought to bring the death penalty since Donald Trump returned to office in January with a vow to resume federal executions. Bondi's decision to do so in the high-profile case against Luigi, who has drawn a following of supporters upset with the healthcare industry, underscores the Attorney General's commitment to carrying out the president's push for new death penalty cases. Like, imagine working for a politician or something, and they just wake up out their bed one day and just like, I want to push for more executions. Like, what do you mean? The fact that this president Trump is pushing for it, like, bring me more cases. Like, girl, what? Trump oversaw an unprecedented run of executions at the end of his first term, and has been an outspoken proponent of expanding capital punishment. Bondi's order comes weeks after she lifted a moratorium on the federal death penalty that had been imposed under former President Joe Biden's administration. So I'm gonna read you what Pam Bondi said. Pam Bondi with the face of a pilgrim. My goodness, looking like she about to go to the first Thanksgiving ever. Like she about to serve you, a colonial meatloaf with a side of chicken pox. Get her out of here. But this is what she said. Luigi's murder of Brian Thompson, an innocent man and father of 2 young children, was a premeditated, cold-blooded assassination that shocked America, Bondi said in a statement that described Thompson's killing as an act of political violence. As a matter of fact, let's just read the whole statement. She said that Luigi's murder of Brian Thompson, an innocent man, blah, 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 blah. There she said, after careful consideration, I have directed federal prosecutors to seek the death penalty in this case as we carry out President Trump's. Y'all gotta put y'all gotta make sure your God's name is stamped on it. President Trump, the person whose boot I lick. We carry out his agenda to stop violent crime and make America safe again. I'm like, oh my God. It's just, Trump definitely picked them right. I mean, right for him, right for his campaign, right for his administration, because they will put a funnel in his bath that leads directly to a cup so they could drink it. They could drink his bath water. That's what I'm talking about. They will put a funnel in the drain so it could go straight. Matter of fact, they will make the funnel and turn it into an IV. They don't even want to drink it. Just inject it into their veins. His bath water. Anyway, continuing on with the article, they say that he faces state charges as well as federal charges. The state charges carry a maximum punishment of life in prison. Luigi has pleaded not guilty to a state indictment and has not entered a plea to the federal charges. Prosecutors have said the 2 cases will proceed on parallel tracks, with the state expected to go to trial first. It wasn't immediately clear if Bondi's announcement will change the order. And I'll skip around here. Let me go. Trump signed an executive order on his first day back in office that compels the Justice Department to seek death penalty in federal cases where applicable. Trump's administration carried out 13 federal executions during his first term, more than under any president in modern history. And look at this. Biden campaigned on a pledge to work toward abolishing federal capital punishment, but took no major steps to that end. How many campaign promises and all that stuff can you fit in this sentence? Biden campaigned to pledge to work on student loans, but took no major steps toward that. just the Dems being useless as usual. So yeah, I mean, if you have been following this case, or if you've been following me discussing this case, while this news is just crazy, it to me is not surprising, especially because it's just not surprising, especially because of how we are reacting to it. Everybody's tired. People are working for healthcare, and even then, even when they do have good insurance, sometimes the insurance don't even cover that. And that's just for the people who are working a kind of job that allows them to even have health insurance in the first place. You see what I'm saying? And so when someone actually does have access to insurance in this country, as shoddy as the entirety of the healthcare system may be, when someone does actually have a way to get insurance, even then, when you find your way to insurance is finding their way not to give you a coin, not to literally help you live a healthy life. And so many people have either direct experience with this kind of thing, or we have indirect experience where it's like a family member, a friend is affected by these kinds of issues. And in general, healthcare is a mess, like I said, in this country. I mean, I just saw a video of China got these flying taxis all over the place, and we over here, measles is coming up in our country. You see what I'm saying? So I think they tried to make an example out of this man because he done got all these followers. What you mean somebody got gunned out in the middle of the street and they're over here cheering? That's what the U.S. saying. They cheering? I mean, all on social media, people making memes. He has a whole following. People are tuned in. And so I think the government is just like, because honestly, the income inequality, wage inequality, wealth inequality, all those kind of inequalities, it's only going to get wider and wider if this nation continues as it is. And so what that means is you're going to get more and more angry people. And the people at the top are going to be like, well, y'all just going to have to deal with that. I don't know what to tell you. Y'all going to have to deal with that. And then when people say, no, we not, and they're supporting Luigi and all this, they're like, all right, we need to make some examples out of people. You see what I'm saying? How many people done died because they are not granted the coin that they've been paying into an insurance system for how many years because they trying to, grease their way out of some loophole to not give you your coin while you over there suffering in a hospital. How many people have gone through that? How many people have died because of that? But that is not considered murder. That's not considered murder. But it's only when it's direct like this, like Luigi, that all of a sudden people up in arms. But if it's somebody sitting in a high office signing off on a paper and you pass away, because this person has refused to give you funds, has refused to whatever, or this entire system that this person rules over, this entire company that this person rules over has decided to not give you the support that you pay for, so they could peg their bank accounts up even more, right? That's not considered a crime. It's not considered a crime. But when it's this direct, that's when they want to, act up. So I think that these situations that cause these kinds of Luigis, that cause these kind of people who are just mad and rightfully angry at how, a lot of the population just being stepped on. I think if, the situation does not improve, and what I mean by that is if the people at the top, politicians, everybody continue to be greedy, extract, stripping away people's rights, stripping away people's autonomy, I just would not be surprised if there are more people like Luigi who are going to be making statements, at the very least, to doing something drastic, right? And so in order for these politicians or whatever to keep things, or to try to keep things running as usual, they're just gonna try and stamp it out. And so as the populace gets more and more frustrated and starts speaking out more and acting out more, the government is definitely going to get more frustrated as well. I think that's, of course, why a lot of politicians see safety in this fascist kind of over-policed, kind of situation. And so I think as time goes further, it's just going to get more and more violent. People are going to get more and more angry, and they're going to do a lot. I think different people obviously going to do a lot of different things with that anger. They're going to blame minorities. They're going to blame immigrants. But I think there is a segment of the populace that's going to blame the people who deserve to blame, the people who have the power, who make the decisions, and who continue to oppress and ignore. And so this is why I think they're just like, that's why she did this whole statement. And that's why Pam did this whole statement. That's why Trump was included in the statement and make America safe again. They trying to set an example. And so I don't know. I am just very curious as to like what the state of this country is going to be in like 5 years. Like I was saying, oh yeah, 10, 20 years. I want to see what this country, it's given like 5 years, 6 years. I just would like to see how things will change and if it will line up with my predictions. But yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Because once I saw Pam's statement online, I was like, girl, I got to talk about this on YouTube. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. Tell me what you think about all of this in the comments. And make sure you have a good evening.
This ain't the only pussy holy, worship me, yeah, you could blow me. I ain't the only, you so lonely, insecure, they don't control me. I ain't the only pussy holy, worship me, yeah, you